Hey, 2015 Wireless, Kendrick
Yeah.
Lamar.
My guy.
How are you, bro?
Good, bro.
How'd it feel? How did Wireless feel?
Hey, man. I haven't been out here in so long, so it's like the energy restored all over again. You know what I mean? It's
It did
crazy.
feel renewed, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. I felt like I was retired for like 2 years in London, and I came back out and put the 45 jersey on.
But you're not playing like Michael with the 45 on. You're playing with that 23. Now,
Yeah.
are you surprised at all by how much people have taken to the record? Like, you had to know it was different when you made it.
Oh yeah.
Like, you knew that wasn't a mainstream record.
Hey, before any record come out, they gotta go through me, and they gotta go through my team first. And we all listening like, what the fuck is this?
Like, especially when you listen to it first all the way
Oh,
through.
yeah.
It takes a few times to digest.
Oh, seriously?
And like the first time I heard it, I didn't know the way it feels now
Yeah.
when I listen to it is different than the first time completely.
This is my team telling me this though.
And so what did you say? How did you feel though?
You know what I
Like,
mean?
when you listened to it, how'd you feel?
I felt the same way, but I knew it was one of them things that I didn't really mind it taking time to digest, for the listener. You know what I mean? After we put it all together, for me listening back, it was a whole nother experience.
So now you've only performed so far, what, 3 songs off the album?
Yeah.
Are people gonna get more of these songs? Are you gonna how are you gonna keep? Because I know Summer
course.
Jam was the first time you did King Kunta,
Of course.
but you did it today too.
Of course.
So you're bringing it out little by little. People will get more.
I just want to have it right for the fans and for the people that really appreciate this album. The response is overwhelming. So I gotta take that same energy that I put in the studio and make sure it's on stage the right way. And it's just me being appreciative of it. Making this album and having these kids actually understand it and live by it and love it. That's a trip for me. It's not your modern day music. You know what I'm saying? So for them to come with me and journey in my world and accept it, that's a challenge not only for myself but for them as well. And I appreciate them for doing it. So
Well,
it's gonna be right.
You're asking them, you asked your listeners, these kids, to kind of treat this the way you and I would treat a Public Enemy record.
Definitely.
Like, you have to be like, hold on, let me go back and
Yeah.
actually listen to
Yeah.
what's being said here.
Exactly.
And they've actually gone along with it, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
It's a trip. It's a gamble.
But it must feel amazing when you see that they're actually rocking with you.
Yeah, man, because it's 16-year-olds out here. I'm like big brother to them. They don't really know too much about Parliament. They don't know about funk. They don't really know about G-Funk, the West era. And me going out here and reintroducing it to them and them accepting it, it lets me know that I kind of counted them out. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they forgive me. They're smarter than I actually thought, because they accepted the way I accepted it and love it the way I love it.
Do you have, with me and To Pimp a Butterfly, I have different moments with different songs.
Yeah.
I think consistently, the easiest listen every time is These Walls.
Yeah, probably.
What do you have a personal favorite right now?
These Walls.
Really?
No lie.
What is it about that record that you like?
It's a record that I always wanted to make, but never knew how to make. Like, seriously.
What, you just weren't you weren't in a place to do it yet?
I wasn't in a place to do it. It was records I always loved. Let's take I, for instance. I would have never made that record 10 years ago or even 2 years ago. So it's the same thing with These Walls. I love this record. I always loved records like these, but I didn't know how to make it, or better yet, I didn't know if I was ready to make it. And this is a record that I always play constantly, back to back.
It feels like, though, I'm almost done, Dave, free, I promise. It does feel, though, like right now, you might be in that place where you can kind of do, here's what I think. Want to know my theory on To Pimp a Butterfly?
There you go.
When
That's
To
it.
Pimp a Butterfly came out, and of course, my whole life is, what do you think? Especially with you. Everyone comes up, what do you think of the album?
Yeah.
I was still digesting it. When I got to South by Southwest, I was still digesting it. I'm
Yeah.
like, I love it. But what I thought was amazing was you took such a huge risk musically with the album. But 2 things. One, artistically, you knew those people who were smart. There were going to be some people
Oh,
who
yeah.
you would go along with it.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was just a question of whether it would sell, which it did.
Yeah, that's the big question.
That's a huge
That's
question.
a hu-
But
that-
now that you did that, does this mean that you can go anywhere? Like, where can't Kendrick Lamar go now?
Man, I don't know.
You already took the that
Yeah.
that album sounds like a Do the Right Thing movie.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Real talk. Appreciate
Like
that.
there's real emotion in that, and you took people on that journey. So now it's just gonna be interesting to see where you go from here.
I do not know, bro. I do not know. I'm gonna try to live with this one until I get
You got
inspired.
some time. You should probably let it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let it breathe. But you're right about that, and that's the part Top Dog had to scratch his head about.
Me and Top Dog had some talks about it.
over and over again. The business end. He let me do my thing, and that's one thing that I'm fortunate about, having a team that lets the artists be themselves. You dig what I'm saying? Creatively, and stand by the product. Top Dog not once not have the sonic ear. Dave not once not have the sonic ear of knowing and understanding and learning to live with the music I make, or even try to change it up. Not once. And a lot of artists don't have that. And to have that behind me is definitely a thing that I'm grateful for. All the artists on TD.
All right, last question I'm asking you, let you go. The record was Snoop.
Yeah.
On both albums, you've gone tons of different places, but you also managed to pay homage to some legendary West Coast.
Definitely.
You took Snoop to a different place than we've seen Snoop go for a little while.
You think so?
I thought so. I don't think. I mean, I'm a big Snoop fan, but this reminded me of not Doggy Dog World, but like there's something different. I mean, Lottie Dottie, obviously, he has a little bit of the Slick Rick flow on it.
Yeah.
What was the process like between you and Snoop? Did you guys get together and actually work through on that stuff?
Yeah, he actually invited me to his spot to record the joint. I had a idea laid down, but I didn't know he was gonna put the actual Snoop twist on it. I became a straight fan in the studio.
Really? Just
Like,
of his process?
It just left my whole professional thing that I'm an artist and all this. As soon as he touched that mic and started spitting out them words, that's Snoop. In my head, I'm saying, I knew you before you knew me. Can you trip off that, Snoop? I knew you before you knew who I was.
And really knew him.
Like
Snoop's
I really
not,
knew you.
Yeah,
I knew you since I was a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when he's speaking, he's once upon a time in a city so divine called West. I'm like, this is a tripped out. I have arrived. You know what I mean?
Well, it's nice that you still have those moments and appreciate those. Dot, thank you for your time,
Appreciate
bro. Wireless 2015,
All the
Man of the
time.
Hour, Kendrick Lamar. Thank you, Dave Free.
Yeah.